Hello everyone, Akinoff here, and welcome back to Tales of Phantasia. When we last left off, blah, I probably sound terrible. Um, we had just gotten Suzu, and this time, well, we're not going to be making any story progress or doing any special side quests really, but we're going to be going around getting a few things. First things first, I want to come in here and I want to buy something for Suzu. Their money. I don't really care about the money cost. It's not that big a deal. We can make money whenever we want to. Also want to buy up food that's unique to any location that I don't have. And yeah. I also want to go to cooking, see if we have the final recipe. We don't yet, so we're gonna get it. It can be gotten from this woman here. She makes a mean miso stew, okay. We can now make a miso stew. Miso stew is the best healing cooking thing. It completely recovers everything. Yeah. You can buy miso from her as well. That costs 80,000 gold. We'll buy some, and that'll be about all of our financial spendings for now. Next, we're going to leave the ninja village, go to the entrance, but not before going to equip and cooking the Amane. Yeah, she's about as good as I can get her for now. I'm gonna have Suzu in the lead because I need to get a little bit more of a grip on how to play her or how to use her. Well, we want to go to the entrance of Urim Forest. Archie will go ahead, and yeah, because Suzu's a bit of a different playstyle to Crest. She's actually very different. She's definitely not your tank. Now, we're going to be going to a few places to pick up a few special items. Or, more specifically, we're going to be going to a few places to pick up some techniques. Right, first place we want to go is down into the Lonely Valley. And I'm going to throw out a holy bottle because I can, because we have plenty of them. Our destination is the end of the Lonely Valley where we met Sylph. There we will now find something else. If I go to skills on Suzu, I don't have anything set. She currently has 4 moves. Mirror Image creates an image of self double damage against enemies. As far as I know, this prevents you from using any other techniques. Secret Thief, which steals an item. Crowblade, which will demonstrate, and Shadow Storm, which is a runaway move. Yeah, that it makes you escape. Well, that'll just die instantaneously. And I won't get to show off any of Suzu's techniques. All we got to see was a basic attack. She's a little lower level than most of our party members, but that's okay. Everyone's got to start somewhere, right? And we're basically almost at our destination for now. This episode is mostly going to be about getting special things. If we took this ninja, yep, this is a skill for Suzu. It costs 53,000 gold. Omega Storm. This is the Suzu's wind technique. There are some other techniques that we'll also be learning as Suzu, but there's multiple ways to go about getting them. You can either pay for them, each at about 500,000. Oh, I just did the escape technique. See? Got out of the battle, no problem. I meant to try out Crowblade, but we can try that out another time. For right now, we're gonna go back into the sky, and we're going to be flying over to somewhere fairly familiar. Where is it? It's not over here. Where is? Here we are. You may remember Demetrius Island. I wonder if we can actually pick this up at last. We can't. We still can't pick that treasure up. What we want to do here is we want to go downstairs and into the main room. Now I can at least show off Crowblade here, which is basically that. It's more effective if you can get the multiple hits of it off on the enemy. I want to set skills, and I want to throw Omega Storm onto that. That's a fairly good strike. It's not particularly Suzu's strongest move, but those come later and from a far more difficult. Yeah, those come from a more difficult source to reach. I'm probably going to have to throw Archie into the party because she's also going to begin some new techniques this episode, since that's what this episode is basically about. Our ninja and mage training. We'll also probably come across a couple of events maybe this episode. We got a formation. Swap those two out. We can also show off Suzu's other forms of basic attacks, which include throwing kunai. There's her basic attack, which is I think a 1-2 cut, and there's her up. Or at least this is her from a distance stuff. I don't know if she behaves any differently when she's up close. Yeah, she does a double upwards kick sort of technique, followed by a downward slash. Fairly effective. And well, at least I'm not demonstrating her against enemies who absorb her damage. Because that can tend to happen if you use her, because she's using an elemental weapon, and it's a water type. Yeah, so I'm gonna throw out another holy bottle, simply because we don't need to fight all too many enemies here. And here we get a spellbook, and Archie learns Tempest, which we'll probably show off very soon. There's quite a few spellbooks that Archie can pick up. Right, we want to go to Archie and we want to find Tempest. We'll do it on the back one, after trying Crowblade. It's just a big wind spell, I think. It's probably not as effective as Judgment even. Or Earthquake, to be honest. Earthquake was doing 3,000 damage to these guys. Did I just steal from them? I have no idea, I may have just stolen from them. So yeah, we're getting an idea of how Suzu fights and stuff, but we're also getting some new stuff. That's kind of the point of this episode. Getting a bit of experience fighting as a different character. Ooh, archer guys. And they're gonna all get hit by Earthquake, so that should probably deal on most of them. That's a fairly good hit. It's a 2 fairly high damage hits. Yeah. With Suzu, you're not so good at taking damage because you're far more fragile than Cress. Because well, Cress is just he's a shield wielding warrior. It's pretty typical for that to be tougher. Now where else are we going? We're gonna start off by going to we're gonna head over to Olive. And there's a few things for us in Olive, including a little sea. Do we want to head to Olive or the cave first? Let's head to the cave first. Because while I do appreciate Olive, what we can find in Olive, we simply want to proceed north through the Burning Cave to where we met Ifrit. It's a ninja scroll. And Suzu learned Flare Blitz. Flare Blitz, to be honest, not much help in this dungeon. If we encounter anything in here, it's not going to be much help. So I'll show it off against as you can see, Suzu is fairly fragile, to be honest. And not exactly that's not a good move against these guys because it heals them. However, her melee is good. Because they're weak to water. However, as you can see, she's down to 500 HP. This is not a... And I'm gonna have to heal her. Because, well, of course I am. But Flare Blitz is a pretty powerful move. It's very good against aerial enemies if I remember correctly. Gonna have Mint use first aid on her. Heal herself, heal Thing, heal Thing. Everyone's all healed. Using probably over the top amounts of TP, but that's okay. Anyway, we want to head to Olive quickly, and there's a chef here. This is actually fairly interesting. If we talk to him, he's a wandering gourmet. After 10 years of training, okay, I finally mastered the art of preparing spicy food. Okay, curry. To be honest, I have no idea. I mean, I've had what people call curry. I have no idea whether you'd call it authentic or not. Right. And if we say yes, we'll get the recipe, of course. And And everyone tries it. Chris, what's this food called? And Suzu takes a dip. Looks like Suzu's not really a fan of spicy foods. Actually, I prefer sweets. Suzu gained a tail of sweet tooth. And we also gained the recipe for curry. I can't remember if there's any other recipes in Olive. We can also buy some food, I think. Stock up on beef, bread, get some spice. Potatoes, onions. This is all part of the fact that I want to actually pineapples, mangosteen or whatever that is. Okay, so we've spent about 30,000 on food just there, but that's okay. We can make that money back easy later on. And we can also get 2,600 gold there. Our next destination, what one should we tackle next of all our things? Okay, I know one place where we can definitely get a new technique. And it's not so ridiculous that I feel like smacking myself in the head over and over again, but if we come here, if we walk this way, an event will happen. Yeah, why did we come here again? Yeah, we did. Right. And we can eat here. And something rather funny will happen, no doubt. Right. And how do they know about melon bread, I wonder? It's a thing in their world? Or at least it's a thing in Archie's world. The weirdo. Gag. Cough. Sputter. They're all dead. Archie's special recipe has been thrown out. Typical trope of the really bad cook. And Suzu's off to the side. She doesn't take part in this because you can do this before you get her. You're a terrible cook. And Archie has received the disgraceful title of terrible cook. Right. Something you clear, not restore. And that's what you can do here. There's also, if I recall right, this guy. Yeah, we can get another recipe. Yep. We can now make beef stew. I don't think there's anything else here. But, if we do go into Undine's cave, there is something for us. And I sure as hell hope that I can just stroll through to the end of this without doing any of the puzzle. 'Cause I don't remember how to solve this place. I'm actually going to show off now. I'm going to turn this into Flare Blitz. If the enemies survive, because they probably won't survive Judgment too well. If you don't have certain items, you may want to, you can get a bow from the Krakens that's fairly good, that you may want to give to Chester if you don't have the Elven bow. It may actually be a little bit better than the Elven bow, to be honest, for the time being. But, yeah. If you don't have that, if we get it, I'll see about, no, we didn't get it. I'm gonna have to remember how to get through here. This is a weird detail to note about Suzu. When she uses Flare Blitz, she shouts out Omega Storm, which is a bit silly, because she's not using Omega Storm, she's using Flare Blitz. Of course, then again, if you take into account all the weird names that techniques have in other versions of this game that aren't their, well, certainly translated names, it comes across very strangely. I'm not sure if they used sound clips in those versions. So for all I know... Oh, and Chris gained the title of Sword Master, so that's nice. I'm gonna throw up a holy bottle, and we have orange gels that we can throw on Suzu so that we can, you know, just need to show off how we can use her as a playable character. And I cannot tell you for the life of me what I'm supposed to do next. Okay, so I can't mess with any of the switches. But I can blow people up with magic. There was a 5,000 in there. See, Archie is our true master of destruction, and that can't be helped. I just need to find my way through here at this point now that we're like dealing with a more powerful... I'm leaving. I'm just leaving. Screw fighting. Hopefully that solves one problem or another. That's locked. Right, I'm just gonna get out of here. There's no point in me getting out of here now. May as well see this through. This is the problem with this. It's like I'd much prefer to have like repels and Pokemon. And random dropping arrows kill it. Just the way it should be. Right, and that's dealt with, but anyway, we really want to be finding our way now. Right, that's emptied, so we can go on. I just want to find the end of this cave quickly and get this over and done with. Because to be honest, As you can see, sometimes approaching enemies can be a bit of a pain in the ass with your melee character, especially if they do a move like that. And if that's the case, you probably want to use a move like a Mega Storm, which now that not a Mega Storm, Flare Blitz, which now that I actually have looked at the animation a little closer, I realise it's just her throwing flaming shuriken. Or, well, throwing stars. As is actually probably a more honest description. And we're at the end of this area. And this one I can run away from. And we should be at a treasure chest. It's a spell book. Archie has learned Maelstrom. I feel like making a joke, but I'm not sure I can make the right one right now, because, yeah, I'm bad at making jokes. So, oh, we get to see Maelstrom, which will probably heal them, but it will heal them for a lot if it heals them. Oh no, it just does reduce damage. Unlike a Mega Storm, which... It's not a Mega Storm, it's... The voice clip is tripping me up so badly, that I'm having a tough time actually telling what it's... Remembering that it's Flare Blitz and not a Mega Storm. A Mega Storm is much more difficult to use on giant squids, because they'll just slam you with their tentacles. I'm not sure how that sounds, to be honest. That could have come across badly or poorly, or... And I need to go and flip that switch again, and I need to throw up another holy bottle to get out of here. There's probably like another destination that I want to go to. It's a fairly... Well, that'll probably stun most of them for a while. But yeah, there's still at least one more destination that I really need to go to for Suzu, I believe. Unless I have got things confused and I skipped the area. Once we get out of here, I think, because I'll probably look it up to make it easier on us, I think I'll just be able to... I'll take a quick look up of if the technique that I think is there or not, and we'll be done probably, and we'll just see if we can quickly get to it, because I believe it's the last technique that we can get for Suzu for this episode. And I'll see you in a bit. Rightio, so I know where we're going and I know what we're doing. Okay, so we haven't missed a spell, as I thought we may have. Where's my map? Right, we want to come down here to the Midgar continent, and we want to land in this tower, the Zodiac Tower. We want to go straight through the first floor, and the Mirthful song is playing. However, the song for this floor is not. I believe it is... I believe it is nearby and fairly easy to get to. If I remember I just looked up the pattern for this to make it easier on us, to make this quick. I believe it is this room here that I have to use. Is this the right song? I hope it's the right song. I hope it's the right song. And they all will be killed by earthquake, thankfully. These enemies aren't too high level, I don't think. And I should probably throw up a holy bottle, that'll make this easier. And yeah. I do have a holy bottle up. Just as a note, I want to go this way, past this one, and into the last door. Just as a note, if you do the more difficult and more expensive manner of getting these techniques, at each of the locations where you can pick them up for Suzu, say for Omega Storm, you can find a powerful weapon for Chris, but they're not really that powerful. I think we want to activate this one. This is if I get one of these wrong, that means crap. We're gonna be here a while. That's all just so that they're in the right place for Archie to blow them up. Saves us a lot of time when Archie does the blowing up, and we don't have to do a lot of complicated melees. 2 question mark swords, a resist ring, okay, that's okay. None of that's actually going to be very useful to us, because it's no doubt very low level. Okay, that did get us where we wanted to go. Where I want to go next is I first want to throw up a holy bottle. And I want to go into this one. Yep, activate that one. I really hope that I'm right about this, because if I'm wrong about one of these, we could be here a while. And we may actually see Maelstrom do decent damage. Maybe. No, we won't, because Maelstrom is not very good. Suzu does as much damage as Maelstrom in one move. That's actually pretty sad, considering she's so weak in comparison to everyone else. She has like nowhere near her best weapons. I believe we should we be able to, no, okay, just give me a sec to figure this one out. Right, it's a Gallant song and I remember where it is. It's down this hallway at the end. And I really don't want to have to fight these guys, but I kind of have to, otherwise we're going to be dealing with shit all day. And this episode's probably going to run 30 something minutes rather than just a good amount. And as always, it's great that Archie's in the air because a lot of their shitty spells won't hit her. However, Suzu has no HP, as expected, of an incredibly fragile ninja girl who's... I don't think we've even gotten her title yet. Oh, we should have done some other stuff back in the ninja village. I believe there's like, unless we actually have her title as. Actually, I'm gonna try, okay, that went... When Maelstrom can kill enemies, I'm surprised. Although I should probably disable Maelstrom because it's so weak. comparatively. Like, a lot of Archie's spells become redundant. Like, Thunderblade is now useless to us, because we have moves like Judgment. But anyway, we can now go upstairs into the room where we met our good old friend Luna, and we can get a ninja scroll. And Suzu learned Merciless Thunder. I think that'll be the last thing we see this episode. So I'm going to equip Merciless Thunder in place of Shadow Storm. So no running away. We're just going to run down the tower and hopefully encounter something on the way, so that I can use Merciless Thunder. Okay, I can use Merciless Thunder. It's not exactly the best move for a lot of things, but it's a fairly solid move if you want to deal some thunder damage. This is one good thing about Suzu, is that she can deal any elemental damage. Well, most elemental damage. I mean, I don't think she can deal any light damage, but that's not a ninja thing. And we're just about out of here. And with that, mine's been Akinov. Hope you had a good time, a good night, or something like that anyway. Next time, we'll actually get out of here. And everyone will die, but we'll be okay. And even though my timer says it's been 40 minutes, I don't think it's been quite that long. I've just let that thing run even through my pauses and looking at stuff, even though it's probably been this is probably quite a long episode. Yeah. I'll see you next time when we do more exploration.